What you've been working on and what you've created, healed, or encouraged will be around long after you're gone. In our final segment, we'll explore Your Land is a Legacy.
The future generations are going to be there, and if we can work out a way for them to enjoy it, that's great. Obviously, my kids want to be able to come back here, and they want to come back with their kids.
We're talking about something that is a legacy, something that lasts forever, and that's why we talk about preserving into perpetuity. And that's a pretty big word to say and to believe in and to support. You know, it costs money to support, to keep track of, and to keep the ground healthy.
If you're a first-time landowner, you might be taking on a challenge and creating a legacy for years to come.
So remind me again, primary species that I have? I mean, I view owning this land as a responsibility, whether it stays in my family for 100 years or not. I think I've got a responsibility to do the right thing for the land. And you know, I'm a business person. I made a pretty big investment here. That investment's going to get bigger over time. And I want to get a return on that, whether it's me or my children. You know, I want to do the right thing for all the right reasons.
Very blessed to have a more than supportive father who has given me more than any kid could ask for, and this piece of land is just another part of that.
Think of a landowner as a steward of the land. By managing your land properly, you are creating a beautiful natural legacy that can be passed to the next generation.
I think long-term, I'd like to leave our children a healthy, diverse forest community, and also an understanding of how they can engage in continuing to manage this land to maintain that diversity for their children and their children's children well into the future.
Even if you have no one to pass the land on to, there are ways to make sure your impact will live on.
The fear among many landowners is, you know, after I've put all this sort of blood, sweat, and tears into my land and all this capital, what's going to happen to it after I'm gone? A conservation easement is a permanent protection tool. So landowners continue to manage their woods. They can continue to farm their property. Landowners, in some cases, that would like a home site on the property or two, depending on how big or more, have that right as well. So conservation easements are a very flexible tool that allows a landowner to meet their family's needs while at the same time protecting the conservation values.
Try to engage your kids when they're younger by getting them out on the land. Plant a tree and make it theirs, or just go berry picking. By learning to relate to the land at an early age, they'll develop a love for the forest and pass that on to their children and grandchildren.
Like anything that you try to expose your kids to, you kind of take a look at them and say, is this something you're interested in? And immediately after purchasing this property, both of my sons said, don't sell it.
Obviously, it makes me emotional. You know, I couldn't ask for more. He knew this was a dream of mine. I think it's always been a dream of his to have a piece of land for us to do things together out. And he knew I wanted to raise a family on a piece of land like this and was able to provide for me. So.
But it'd be nice to have a mix of, you know, I wouldn't want to do all prairie. It's definitely a lot of work, but it's part of what we signed up for, and I think it's part of the long-term plan to make forest as healthy as it can be and to increase the value of the land over time as well. You know, I want to do the right thing for the land, but I also want to give something to my son. Sorry.
So by now, I'm sure you've realized that forests are like families. Generation after generation has been there to provide, shelter, and create something that lasts long after we're gone. It's up to all of us to nurture our property we love and pass it on to those who follow in our footsteps. I hope you've enjoyed watching your Wisconsin Woods series and hope you picked up some pointers and encouragement along the way. See you outside.